Family. You guys have been with us through the woes and the foes. Y'all know about it.
Right.
This was our first actual venue change at the middle of the podcast.
In the middle of it.
But hey, we rolling with it, guys. Hey, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna work hard for you guys. We're gonna continue to bring you awesome guests with awesome stories to share so that they may help you in your life somehow. I'm sure some of y'all as cooks like me. This interview is really for me so that I can learn how she got on MasterChef and got over her nerves and all of that stuff. So yeah, let me jump into that question.
Okay.
We have Yachecia Holston, product of Murray Wright.
Murray Wright.
Yes, amen.
And,
Are you still in Detroit?
I am.
All
I moved back to Detroit a little over a year ago, so I'm still in Detroit.
Okay. So my first question off the top is, how did MasterChef come about?
Well, I had a good friend of mine. Shout out to Mike Haynes, good friend of mine, football player.
Okay.
In Orlando. I was in Orlando at the time.
Okay.
He kind of basically threatened me. And, somebody 6'4", 300 pounds.
big boy.
Threaten you.
Right.
Kind of,
Right.
go with it.
Told you better do it.
He said he was at the station and he's like, he was promoting his football camp. And MasterChef happened to be there. He called me, he's like, did you know MasterChef was in town? I said, yeah. He was like, no, with that, yeah. No,
Right.
you need to have your dish here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I already put your name on the list, so you need to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, dude, he's like, no, it's your time.
Right.
It's your time. And so I tried out in 2011.
Really?
Didn't make it.
Okay.
So I figured, okay, it must be time. Let's just try one more time and see
Right.
what happens.
And you went down there with a dish?
I went shopping after I got off work that day, and got up the next morning, cooked everything.
What'd you cook?
I cooked an apple cider chicken.
All right.
So, and I cooked everything and got down there, and the rest is history.
Wow. So they called you. They said, we want you.
It's a process.
Okay.
So, like with any TV show. So it's a good little process, and the biggest thing was the faith move. The faith move back to Detroit.
Right.
Because I'm no down to my city, but I didn't want to move back.
Right.
I had no desire to move back.
Right.
And the Lord really just said, okay, time's up.
Right.
And I'm going for what?
Mm.
He's like, no, move back. I said, move back where?
Wow.
And move back to Detroit.
Wow.
I'm getting ready to completely change your life.
Mm.
And I was like, I had to, because I'm a faith walker. And I really believe that if you're going to walk by faith, it's truly faith. You can't see anything.
Right.
I didn't see
It ain't
it.
about believing it. It ain't about seeing it.
Can't see it.
Right.
This is not faith.
Yeah.
So I moved back, and I sold everything pretty much and moved back. And when I moved back, it had to be 3 weeks later, I got the call saying I was coming.
So now where's MasterChef held?
In Los Angeles.
Okay. So you had to fly out to
I
Cali.
had to fly to Cali.
Go ahead.
Had to going.
So my question, I'm
Go
sorry
ahead.
to cut you off, but so y'all fly out every week or something to film, or how
No,
does
the
it work?
show's already
Show's
filmed.
done.
Oh,
Yes.
Show's done.
okay.
Are we getting any sneak peeks?
There's a winner.
There is a winner.
There's a
winner.
winner.
Awesome. There's a winner, guys.
There's one winner.
There's one winner.
One winner, because there can only be
One winner. All
What do you
right.
win when you win MasterChef? What?
So the prize to win MasterChef is $250,000. Cool quarter.
Hey. Change your tax back.
You change your tax
Yes.
back. So you get a cool quarter, and you get the title, the trophy, and you get featured on the next MasterChef cruise.
Wow. Cruise. So you'll be cooking
Cooking
on the
on the
cruise.
cruise.
Wow.
So it's the winner, and then generally some all-stars.
Wait, I need to be on the MasterChef cruise.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
No.
MasterChef cruise.
All right, I'm looking
coming
at
up in
Google that,
November.
guys. MasterChef cruise.
Yeah, it's coming up in November.
So, how's Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay is one. I'm just gonna be. I'm real. You know, I'm
Right.
a preacher. I'm like really real.
Yes.
First of all, Gordon Ramsay is fine.
Is he?
Like he's a good looking dude.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
I
a
never
good looking
noticed.
dude. I know most guys. He's a good-looking dude.
Okay.
Because I mean, like his eyes are like the sea. They're like so
Not the piercing blue.
No, they're so blue. And you know, Gordon's an athlete, so
Right.
he's kind of buff.
He is a healthy looking man.
Yeah, he's kind of buff, and he's like 6'3". So
Wow, is he tall?
yeah,
Oh,
he's
big guy.
tall.
He
He's
looks
When he
short
be
on the
yelling at
show.
people,
No.
he's really intimidating people because
he's a
he's
big
standing
dude.
over him.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh,
he's
okay.
over 6 feet, so he's
Wow.
a big dude,
Right.
and you know, he kind of buff. You know, he
Mhm.
was a professional soccer player for years, so
Really?
yeah. So
Oh, we're
Gordon,
getting backstory on Gordon.
yeah, Gordon is very, very athletic.
Awesome.
So he
And
is.
you got a crush on him.
No, I don't have a crush on him. He's just good looking. He's just easy on the eye.
Right. I ain't mad at Gordon.
So he's very, very inspiring in the Gordon Ramsay way.
Right.
Mhm.
So he's intimidating,
Right.
but he's inspiring because it's kind of like a kid. You have a kid, even if they're doing well, you want to push them to go to the next thing.
Right.
You want to push them to go to the next level.
Right.
And so Gordon really just wants to pull as much out of you as he can,
Wow.
you know, and it's just, it can be very intense
Mhm.
and very intimidating at first.
Right.
And then you kind of, go with the flow. But it is every time you walk in the kitchen, it's like,
There he is.
I'm there again, and that's them. Like,
Wow.
that's
Wow.
them. It looked like a hologram
Right.
the first time I went in. I was like, I can't believe this. It's
Right.
crazy.
Wow.
Now,
Go ahead.
I got another question
Mhm.
because I'm a fan of the show.
Okay.
I don't cook, but how do I say this? I'm picky with my food.
Okay.
So I like to know how to prepare stuff.
Okay.
But I really don't try to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would tell people, nah, that ain't wrong. You should have added some basil or something. Right?
Okay.
So my
From the
question-
non-cook.
So my question is, eggs.
Eggs.
Did you have like nightmares? Did you just like? I mean, because I'm a fan of the show, and I think
Okay.
it was a scrambled eggs challenge,
Yeah.
and it almost went left,
Yeah.
but you pulled out.
We had a few egg issues this season.
What's going on with the eggs?
You know, the eggs.
Not to mention the omelet, but I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
say that.
we've had a few egg issues
Right, a few.
this season. You know,
You would think an egg is simple.
well, you would think an egg is simple, but any chef will tell you, and I don't consider myself a chef by no means.
Okay.
But any chef will tell you, any classically trained chef will tell you,
Right.
it's the simple stuff that's the hardest to master.
Really?
And so, Gordon Ramsay said it took him months to learn how to master his scrambled egg technique.
Mm.
Just doing it every day. And
'Cause
so
it's different.
it's very different. And so that's the thing. It's a different technique.
Mhm.
So literally you have to forget everything that you know, everything that grandma taught you.
Right.
And in 15 minutes regroup and do it his way.
Right.
And so that was a little tough. And then trying to find that balance between being a student and being Yachecia.
Right.
So because you know Yashika's way.
Right.
And
She
then
could-
right, she
whip it
just
in the bowl.
whipped them up, you know, throw them in that pan and bam, there you
Right,
go. No,
right.
it's a pot,
Hot.
a cold pot,
Mm-hmm.
some cold butter,
Right.
and some cold unbroken eggs.
Mm.
Exactly. So that I already threw you off.
Right.
Right?
Did you try to
I
figure
can't.
that out?
No,
Right.
no, you
Well,
gotta go look.
tell me, did it taste different?
Oh, it does taste different because
Okay.
it's like a custard. It's really rich and creamy, and then you
No
and
seasoning.
salt
Okay.
and creme fraiche,
Wow.
and that's
Wow.
it. And then some chopped chives.
I gotta see this.
You gotta check it out. You
I
gotta go
do.
look. You gotta go look
I
at
gotta
it.
check it out.
And watch his demonstration on YouTube.
Right.
And see
I
how
have
he does
been.
it.
I've been watching. I've seen his. Was it a braised rib he does?
Short ribs?
Yes. Yes. And he taught me how to cook steak.
Yeah.
I always had issue with steak. I love steak, but I couldn't get it right at home. And he broke out that cast iron pan.
Yes.
A little bit of butter, some garlic. Get the pan hot,
Screaming.
hot.
Screaming.
Put it in there for 3 minutes each side. Pull it out. Let it rest.
Let it rest.
Actually, it should be room temperature before you start.
Exactly.
Mm.
Best steak I ever had.
It is. Most
Best
people
steak I ever had.
most people overcook steak. And everything.
Yes.
And everything. We
Yeah,
overcook
murder.
everything.
Yep.
It's already dead.
Right.
You don't have to
Right. And then
Consider
murder
it.
it.
It's
Then we pour
already
A1 sauce
dead.
all
and we pour
over it.
A1 sauce on it and wonder
Right.
why you
Right.
gotta pour A1
Right.
sauce on it.
Right.
If you cook it right,
Right.
You don't have to put
you
nothing.
don't need
Somebody
steak
tell my
sauce.
wife that, too.
My children, I raise my children to not use condiments.
Really?
My children do not. My children
Oh
will
my God.
never put a condiment on a steak if it's
Wow.
cooked right.
Right.
They won't, even as children, as kids,
Mhm.
because you don't need. You need to know what food tastes like.
Right.
Right.
You know, and
Taste
our
the food
people,
first,
our
at least.
people,
salt, pepper,
and ranch dressing.
and ranch dressing. Jesus, Danielle, she not talking about you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not talking about you. He didn't tell me nothing. I promise you. I promise you, he didn't tell me nothing.
Always say, don't eat with your eyes. So I always was interested in trying different foods and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I get it. You know, once she said it, because it was like, try sushi. And they was like, nah. And she was like, don't eat with your eyes. And I was like, eat with your eyes.
Well, see, I say the opposite. You eat with your eyes first.
Really?
Because you see it. So it's got to be, the presentation has got to be right.
Be nice.
Okay.
Because it's got to look appetizing. It's got to smell good.
Really?
You know, I do eat with my eyes. If I see it and it's looking a little suspect.
Makes me want it.
Yeah, right. When it's beautiful, like that MasterChef pantry. It's like the Garden of Eden.
Right. Yes. Oh my God. They gotta have everything.
Everything.
You wouldn't have to go to the store anymore. It's like
I just wanted to sit in there. I just wanted to sit in there and just stay there.
Like when y'all had that episode, y'all had to pop the crates open with the fresh product.
Yes.
I was like, wow. I was like, that is heaven.
And to cook for the purveyors, the people that provide that kind of stuff, those great ingredients. It was ridiculously daunting task. Because you want to do their stuff a service, you know. You don't want to disappoint them, and they're sitting there getting ready to eat the food that they made available for you, and you butcher it, murder it. You know, that was tough. However, I cooked that polenta though.
God for polenta.
Go ahead.
Polenta saving.
Yeah.
They said, who cooked the polenta before they even get out? Like, I did. Before they was like, go upstairs, she was already up the stairs.
Awesome.
Right. And I wrote in my notes, thank God for polenta.
That polenta, thank God for
that bad boy, I was like, savor.
Yeah.
Right.
So where would you say you got your training from?
Well, I went to culinary school for 2 semesters.
Okay.
But I was in my 30s by then.
Right.
As a kid, my mom let me experiment.
She let you get on the stove.
She let me do my thing. She let me. I mean, I snuck and did some stuff too.
Right.
You know,
I got kids that sneak and do stuff.
Sneak, you know, they get one biscuit out the can, put the can back in there, and now you know when you bust that can, that's it. But I get 1 or 2 out of there and stick them in the Holly Hobby oven, put some spaghetti sauce on them, some sliced cheese, and make my own pizza.
Right.
My dolls ate good.
The dolls ate good.
The dolls ate good.
I ain't mad at you.
So let me ask you this question: What is your biggest takeaway so far, like menu wise? I see on Facebook that you do pop up like at the churches and the church and stuff, and so is the menu gonna change now that you had this experience?
I am trying to move my crowd to the changing menu. And the show is helping me do that. Because people see that, oh wow, she can do some stuff. You know, stuff that we've not seen before that looks good. Other than soul food. Because, you know, I'm really not, anybody who knows me knows that I'm really not a chicken fryer. That's really not my thing. However, that's the hit record right now. So you play the hit until the record run out.
Exactly.
So you play the hit. So, you know, but now that people, like my last pop-up, I did a vegetarian lasagna. And most of the people there actually thought it was meat in it. And it was a spinach lasagna. I described it on the menu as spinach lasagna, and it was spinach lasagna. And so it was, but you know, so being able to kind of move the culture into embracing different foods. So I'm excited about that.
Do you think you would ever own your own restaurant?
That's tough. I really, you know, I know you probably heard on the show, my food dream is to own a restaurant, a small bistro, that I can feed the homeless once a month.
Detroit's ready for it.
That's really what I want to do. It kind of altered a little bit while I was there. You know, it's the restaurant business is tough.
It is.
It's really tough.
I agree.
It's very tough. I like private events. I like doing private affairs. I do. So most you see my pop-ups, but of course you don't see my private stuff. That's what I love to do. I post pictures afterwards, but that's
like a private chef.
I'm a private chef. I like private stuff. I like, She Cooks, my company, is an experience. And I like to bring an experience to.
Are they hiring?
She Cooks. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. They put the resume in there.
Because I mean, what I do is a team and do what I do, especially the pop-ups.
Right.
I'm having one this week actually. This coming
Hey,
Wednesday.
where's the pop-up at?
Pop-up Wednesday.
This Wednesday, guys.
Come watch the show with me.
Yes.
At Bushnell Congregational Church. All the information will be on my page. I'll share it with you guys.
I go to church.
You go to church? So Wednesday night we're gonna watch the episode, and then there'll be a menu with my my creations on the
Awesome.
menu. So,
wow.
So is there a cost for the pop-up?
there's no cost to come to the watch party. All watch parties are free,
Right.
but you can purchase
food.
Correct.
Awesome.
And enjoy
I'll
the
be
night.
there.
Enjoy
Yeah.
the night.
Wednesday.
Wednesday to watch me on episode 10. See if I
Yes,
make it to the
episode
skybox.
10. And there's what? How many episodes? 14?
No, this show is a 20 episode
20
show.
episodes.
So you gotta see.
So we gotta
how
wait
far-
10 more episodes?
You gotta see how far your girl goes.
Oh, I'm
We're
watching.
with you.
I'm
We're
with you.
Because remember, there's a winner.
Because we need a follow-up interview.
Yeah, I was about to
We
say.
need
Our
a
money is
follow-up.
on you. Our money is
Yes.
on you.
Love me.
Yes. All of it.
Yeah.
We
All
took the
of it is on
eggs
you.
and put them in one basket.
Right. That's it. That's what you see the shirt.
Yes.
You see the shirt.
Hey, we cross support here.
Right.
Yeah.
We're supporting Maya while we're supporting you, while
Maya's
we're
my
supporting
girl.
Thrift on the Half.
Yep, I love Thrift
And
on
we're
the Half.
hoping
Right.
Maya supports us while you support us, while Thrift on the Half supports us.
Yes.
That's all we expect.
Right.
Is support. So that's why we think the show is just going to go through the roof, because it's based on support.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
I got one more.
Go ahead, go for it.
Like I said, I love the show. Okay. Who was your biggest competitor you see on the show?
My biggest competitor. Okay, so as you guys see, people are starting to come out. Like you're starting to
Personalities.
see personalities.
Yeah.
You're starting
What's
to
this
see.
guy? Go ahead. I'm gonna pull his name up. I had a question.
I think I may know you.
Yeah, this is the follow-up because I had a question about
An
it.
assassin in the kitchen is the youngest one there, young Gabe.
Yes.
Gabe,
Sleeper cell.
he's a sleeper.
He just sit there
He's
quiet.
just-
You don't even know he on the show.
And
Until they
the
time to
boy is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
He is amazing. And then please don't sleep on Jason. Jason is, the Asian persuasion. He is that deal. He's awesome.
Right.
As you see, my girl Ebony
Right.
is, she's coming on out the woodwork.
Yeah, she ain't playing.
She is not
Especially in
playing.
the kitchen challenge when y'all serving breakfast.
Breakfast.
Oh, and she took over.
She had to take over
I
the
was
kitchen.
like, whoa.
Now, no, not downplaying Kate, because Kate's amazing
Right,
too.
right.
But everybody has a bad day in the
Right.
kitchen.
That's
Right.
There's no
Right.
not
And I
against
speaking
nobody.
of that,
Right.
I seen that. It was like I don't know the names like you do because I'm not on that.
Hold
But
on,
there were
wait,
two
stop,
gentlemen.
Stop.
What?
Do you have any way you can get him on Master Show?
Okay, so season
See,
9.
I'm gonna be like her. Somebody got to put my name in there.
That's
Say,
no,
Byron,
I'm asking her to
show
do it.
up.
Season 9
Here
is
go the
coming
information, man.
up.
Here go the information. We sick of
Season
it.
Now, Gordon
Nine.
makes me petrified.
No, we sick of
You
it.
gotta try. I mean, you never know until
Right.
you get out there.
That's
and try.
true. That's
Season
true.
9 auditions are coming up. Casting
Detroit?
is starting. They haven't announced the cities yet.
Okay.
However, you can go online and find out information about what you need to do for casting, and then
Right.
they'll announce the cities. I haven't seen one in Detroit.
Okay.
Right.
Normally they do one in Chicago.
Right.
Oh, that's
So,
close.
Right.
yeah.
I'll
that's
travel.
close. That's
He's
close.
going because we
The,
sick of
the
it.
first time I went, it was 2011. I drove to Chicago.
What?
Didn't make it, but
Right.
But
God
you got
has,
the experience.
God has a timing for everything.
And the
Everything.
great thing is, you didn't say, okay, that's it.
Right.
I tried. You actually
Burn
went back.
bridge.
Well, you was forced back.
I was forced back into
to
it.
try, but that's what I'm about to do to him. Because
Right.
he's been running around here as the chef of the neighborhood.
I could.
No,
She
he's
cooks
being
it.
humble
Right.
on the camera.
So,
Right.
you
He's
know,
sweating out his
I'm
shit.
gonna get on your team.
come on, get on my
You're
team.
gonna help build She Cooks.
Come on, get on my team.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
So, what would you say the hardest dishes for you?
The hardest dish. So far on the show or just period? Okay, so it's tough making classic French cuisine sometimes.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's so intricate and different, and sometimes those sauces just can go left on you.
Right.
And you have to. I've had several times where I've had to dump that pot and start over.
Right. At least you done it.
Yeah, I dumped it. I ain't gonna serve it. If you notice on the show, I dance a lot or make little gestures. If it don't make me dance or something, I can't serve it. If I don't taste it, it's like yes, that's it.
That's it.
I can't serve it.
So could you have made the cannoli?
I could have made. Okay, so actually, I made a cannoli.
Okay.
The previous I can't remember which episode it was. What we did it was a previous episode. We did the when Daisy the cow came.
Oh yeah, I seen
Remember,
that.
I got milk.
Right.
Everybody else got a piece of meat, and I got milk.
Okay, go ahead.
And so they just did a little flash
Right.
to my dish. So I made a blueberry milk scone. I did like a dessert nightcap. So I did a blueberry milk scone. I did a lemon cream cannoli and a glass of vanilla milk.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was my
See, I can't come up with that stuff.
And that was the thing. So I'm standing there, you know, it's all happens just like that. So
Right.
trust me, it happens just like that. And so when they tell you what's going on and they're starting to talk, that's when you start trying to formulate, okay,
Right.
what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Right, I can see your wheels turning.
The wheels start turning. And then I get back to my station and it's milk. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so everything I was thinking just went out the window. Now I got to come up with something
Right.
else. I said, okay, I can make some pudding. I don't know. And it just, you know, you standing there while they're telling you, while they're talking, you're trying to listen to them
Right.
and trying to figure out what the heck am I
Right.
getting ready to do with this glass.
And then Newton pop open his
Glass
box
of
and
milk.
it's a T-bone steak and he's a rancher. I was like, oh, it should be easy.
He had this big, beautiful porterhouse.
Wow.
I'm like, really?
Wow.
And I get milk?
Wow. Do you wear that hat all the time?
He wears the hat all the time.
Go ahead, Mike, I'm sorry.
So, no, you're good. I want to touch on now because everything that you said to get you where you are, you said it was brought up by faith.
Yes.
So, where do you get all this faith from?
I have been in church since I was a young kid. I grew
What
up
church
on
is
North
that?
End. Alpha and Omega Church
All right.
on Holbrook is where I grew up. And I stayed there until I was 21. So that's where I grew up. That's the church I grew up in. And I've been a faith-based kid my entire life,
Okay.
whether I knew it or not.
Right.
You know, I was never afraid to just kind of jump out there. I was called into ministry at 16.
Now,
So
what do you minister?
I travel.
Okay.
So I'm a traveling evangelist.
All right.
My home church, give a shout out to my church,
All right.
Kingdom Covenant Church.
Okay.
Pastor David Johnson. David A. Johnson II is my pastor. And so that's my home church. But I also am the choir director for the Victorious Voices at Greater New Mount Moriah.
Choir director too.
Yeah, I'm
So
a
you're
church girl.
ministering, you're choir director, you're cooking, TV star.
Oh, almost famous.
Hey, you famous enough. And you got Sheik's Cooks, man. You got a lot of stuff.
I got a lot going on, but it's all tied to either food or ministry.
Right.
Those are the two things that I do.
Keep it
And
easy.
so, you know, faith has just been a part of my life, my entire life.
Right.
Awesome.
And you know when that show when you won and they said pick yourself or the 6 teammates to be safe. She put herself on the line and
I
had
had
to
to.
go head to head with Jennifer, right?
Yes, with Jennifer.
Then Jennifer forgot something in the pantry. She could gave it to her.
What?
And it was just sitting, I was sitting there
That's
like,
beautiful.
oh,
That's that Detroit.
that's that winning mentality.
Yes.
And the integrity. I
Right.
couldn't,
Yes,
one,
character.
I couldn't go up the stairs
Right,
because I didn't earn it.
right.
I was the captain.
Right.
We lost. Captain goes down with the ship.
Right.
So I couldn't just save myself and walk up the stairs. I
Right.
couldn't do that.
No.
That would have garnered no respect. It would have just really just
How you
been
doing?
horrible. So I had to not do that.
Right.
And then
How you doing?
hello.
You might not remember me, but
We're on film. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, but yeah, it's okay.
you remember Rita's friend, Rita Ho's friend.
Oh, my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. How you
Yeah,
doing?
this is Detroit. This is how we get down. No name podcast.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, y'all walked right through the flag.
It's a live show.
Walked right through the flag.
Shout
Live
out.
show. That's what happened.
We want our actual friends to come
We're gonna have, just gonna have we open right now. 4130 Cass, Sweet B.
Stuff here. I bought shoes out of here before. Good vintage stuff.
So speaking of Detroit, you're living here. You born and raised here. You left. Didn't think you were coming back. I tapped you on the shoulder. Said, "Come on back." How do you feel about the resurgence, the rebuilding,
Oh, wow.
the crawling out of the hole,
The construction.
the
Okay,
construction?
we'll talk about construction later. But because I feel differently about that. But it's beautiful to see.
It is.
It's beautiful to see my city coming alive again. I feel like a tourist.
Right.
I've only been back a year, and part of that I was gone, a master chef. So it's just been kind of weird trying to figure things out. You know, you pull up, it's like, whoa, where did this come from?
Right.
You know, my whole old neighborhood almost is new houses, and you know, it's just crazy. But it's a beautiful thing to see the resurgence. I'm looking forward to, you know, it continuing to move north, move into the neighborhoods, and move into the areas where the people are living. You know, so but it's a beautiful thing to see the resurgence.
It's a great start.
It's a great start.
They've been telling us for years that this was going to happen.
Right.
And now we actually seeing it. You know, actually to see them doing all the concrete on the ground, the streets open.
Right.
Let me know, oh, it's about to get real.
It's getting ready to get real. So, and just to see, you know, just all of the changes, all of the new restaurants, all of the new, downtown is completely new again, but it's coming back alive. You know, people are walking everywhere.
Swinging in the middle.
Right. You know, play basketball.
Hey, look, they got canoes on Belle Isle.
Right.
I love it.
And they got the what's the little
paddle boats. I love it.
And it's beautiful to see food trucks in the middle of of Woodward Avenue. It's awesome. I'm loving it, and I am enjoy. I swear I feel like a tourist all the time.
And rightfully so.
That's why we make sure we visit these places. Check them out, make sure they're inclusive. We make sure that they're. I've always, because I grew up in Detroit, and I say this on all the different podcasts, but I've always wanted nice things in this city. I always felt like, why should I have to go across 8 Mile to get something to eat? You know what I'm saying? That should be right up the street for me. It's up the street for them. So it should be up the street for me. And now we have that. Everything's right up the street for me. And so I come, I check it out. I go to Avalon, I go to Whole Foods. I love Whole Foods. I go to the Meyer, and it's fresh food, reasonable. I ain't talking about Whole Foods.
No, Whole Foods
Meyer,
is not reasonable.
You know, but they have specialty items.
Exactly.
You know, I can get prime meat.
Yes, you get prime meat.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get prime meat on my corner. They didn't even prime. They don't even know what it is. I'm like, okay, now I want some good beef. I don't want to put much seed. I want to put salt and pepper on it. And it'd be good. And it'd be good. So I like that. I like that it's so close, and my kids are used to it. They're like, oh, this is nothing.
It's the norm for them.
Right, it's the norm for them. So yeah, I love it. Speaking of kids, I heard you said you had kids.
I do. I have 2 children. I have a 24-year-old daughter, and I have a 19-year-old son, and I have a 6-year-old granddaughter.
Okay. Now, are any of them cooking?
Okay, so my granddaughter loves being in the kitchen.
Okay.
I mean, loves it.
I think I've seen her on your FaceTime.
On my videos.
Yeah.
So she cooks. She makes fresh pasta with me. She loves being in the kitchen with me.
You're giving her the itch.
Now my daughter cooks because she's a parent.
Right.
That's the reason why.
Because you ain't coming over to do
I'm not. And so when I moved back, she was like, "Whoa, I cook no more." I said, "Not true." And so she cooks, and she's actually a pretty good cook.
That's good.
My son is a pretty good cook.
Really?
He's an athlete, so he only eats certain things.
As they do.
Right.
A lot of meat.
He don't chicken.
Right.
But he
what
cooks
is
it.
about the chicken?
Yeah, he cooks it, and he does his thing. So they do what they need to do. But my granddaughter really, has the bug.
Right.
That's
so
awesome.
before I forget, how can the people get to the next pop up, find Sheets? If do you socialize on social media?
I do. I'm on all social media, pretty much. So on Facebook, you can find me Chic Cooks, SHEIK COOKS is Facebook, as well as Twitter, Chic Cooks, and on Instagram it's Yachecia. So you have to go on there to figure out how to spell it, but YACHECIA. You can find me there as well. The next pop and all the information for the next pop up, the next watch party. I would love for some more Detroiters to come and watch the episode.
Oh, we come.
Yeah, come watch the episode.
Can we bring the camera?
You can bring the camera.
We can bring the camera. Guys, pop up. Pop up podcast.
Yeah, pop up podcast.
Pop up podcast. Going down.
And then I'm doing one later in the month. Actually, I was not born here. I was raised here, but I was born in Nashville.
Okay.
So I'm going back to Nashville to do a pop up.
Oh, wow.
Later on this month.
That's
awesome. So
that's huge.
Got some things going on.
You're popping up across the country.
I'm trying to.
I ain't mad at you.
Pop up.
I ain't mad at you.
Won't stop.
Right.
Leave
Take
Detroit.
that.
Take that.
It's like they're giving you a built-in fame that you can take with you.
And that's the good part about it.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm still kind of, praying about the whole restaurant thing because that I'm stuck. I'm in one spot.
Right.
But the pop-ups and I can kind of.
I like your private chef idea.
I love being, listen.
I'm going to think about that.
You're not understanding me. I love being a private chef.
Right.
I love creating an experience. I'll tell you about one that I just did recently. Lady called me. She wanted to surprise her fiance for his 40th birthday.
Okay.
Wow.
So she didn't tell him, of course, what was going on, and she contacted me, and I put together a nice menu for them. And it was actually, in a private. Sometimes I do it in my home. I have other venues that I use to make it really nice and intimate and pretty and elegant. And they pulled up, and I came to the door, and he goes, I saw you.
Wow.
I said, you saw me. He was like, I saw you on TV.
Wow.
I said, I wanted handcuffs. Was that? He was like, no. I saw you cooking. I saw you making that steak.
Right.
I was like, yeah. So he was literally speechless for the first 30 minutes of the meal because he couldn't believe that, he was getting this private meal, and that's what I do. That's what I offer.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, I offer generally 4 courses minimum, and in a private atmosphere. Generally up to about 10 people on the small end, and then we can go a little bit higher if necessary. But I like doing that. I like being able to offer that. Right. And I mean, I did filet mignon, table size, flambe, all that.
I just messed up some fillets the other day.
Oh
my God. But I had to try it, because I'm good with the ribeyes and I'm good with the New York. So I was like, I want a fillet. So I went and I bought me some fillets. I Googled it and I watched Gordon. I screwed it up. I screwed it, but the kids loved it.
They loved it.
And I knew it wasn't right though. But
they really don't always know. So good thing about having kids, they're forgiving.
You gotta try.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I really love doing. So I love doing private events. If you want to surprise somebody, or if you just want to have a night out, maybe it's a girl's night out, maybe it's a guy's night out, whatever you want to do. Contact me. I got you. I got you. Dude, I got a guy's night out menu that's off the charts.
Really?
So you gotta contact me. Get the fellas together and come and and I have a few signature things that I do during my private events. When it's just a little private event. At the end of it, I always do a champagne toast. And just a few little things. It's an experience.
I feel like it is.
Because we talking about having a party when we hit 50,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all need to help them hit 50,000 subscribers.
Tell them.
So that
you gotta add the people.
You gotta add, share it, like it, tag your friends. I mean, just put it up there because this is what we do. We're trying to help each other build up,
grow,
and
economics,
and we're better together.
We're better together.
What's better than 1 billionaire?
2. What Jay-Z tell you?
Hey man, I seen Farrakhan talk about Jay-Z. I was like, wow.
Because he's telling the truth.
He was telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
I loved it, man.
He's very transparent.
I loved it. And it looked like he was proud. I was like, wow. And you don't get to see that from him that often. Normally he trying to tell us what to do, but he was proud of Jay for what he was doing.
Exactly.
I was like, that's awesome.
When you go, the world is changing. So when you go and you sell 1 million copies, and it's not even Billboard
before your album even come out,
before it drops, you sell 1 million.
Genius.
A private venue, private entity. It hasn't even hit the market yet, and you're already platinum. That's like the same thing that said the way that the Lord did this thing with me. He's taken me into over 100 countries every week without a passport stamp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's God.
Wow.
And when He gives you that, you have to go with it. That's where the faith comes in. It's like, okay, Lord, and I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there. I'm like, you have to be okay with being out there. If y'all go on social media, Twitter is brutal.
Right.
Oh, it's brutal.
We can't get nothing going.
Twitter, I ain't got a retweet yet.
That's me.
We did get one. We got one.
We got retweet.
We got one.
My retweet?
No.
Oh, I retweeted.
Oh, Lord. See? I ain't even looking at it.
I retweeted. I
I'm a Facebook king.
Right. You swear, guy.
I'm a Facebook
Right.
king.
But yeah.
You gotta get Twitter is brutal.
Right.
I mean, so to be able to go to this level, even in ministry, there's so many people. I've been preaching since I was 16.
Right.
So this is my 28th year of ministry, and so going into that next level of this is still ministry. Because I'm still able, as you can see, I'm still able to be me all day.
Amen.
All day. The lemon, that's ministry.
Yeah. All day when I seen it.
Saving everybody, that's ministry.
Right.
Some people came up to me after the show and was like, I had to change what I do in my walk with God because of what I saw you do.
Because everybody's like, don't do it.
Everybody said, look.
Everybody's like, be selfish.
You got no friends. But here's the thing, though.
And she was scared to ask you, too.
Yeah.
She didn't think you was going to give it to her.
I actually didn't hear her at first because I was in the zone. And so I really didn't hear her when she asked me initially.
Right.
And then I was like, huh? She's like, can I? I said, so I just tossed it back to her. And so at the end of the day, this was all about mano a mano.
Right.
This was all about, you feel a certain way, you think I feel a certain way. This is a cooking show. How do we find out? We cook it out.
Right.
So let's cook it out. And let's make it even. Okay, you forgot something. I don't have to give it to you.
Right.
But let's make it even.
Right.
I don't want you to have an excuse.
No excuses.
No excuses.
That's how I am with my ribs. I
Lord.
swear to God. No, I challenge anybody on ribs.
Oh,
We want to do some ribs. We put some ribs together.
What are you now?
Now I'm
Here go the chef.
I'm not a chef, but I'm a grill master. I'm a grill master. I kid you
We
not.
might have to have a pop-up rib cooker.
I will say this though. I will say
there.
this. One of our first hustles together, we had barbecue grills at many car washes around the city.
Back in the day, this was 20 years ago.
When Biggie died.
Yeah.
That's when we had 96. We
Back
had
when the Fat Boys broke up.
We had barbecue grills in different locations all around the city, and that was our thing.
That's why people barbecuing around the city.
Yeah,
now.
we started that.
We started that.
No, we
went downtown.
Exactly.
We stopped. We was like right where
In the middle of,
what's the name of that restaurant? Right where the Kearns clock is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We stopped right there,
Where the
set
Barry
up our
Sanders
grill.
statue was,
Smoke
mural.
was everywhere.
We set the
Man,
whole
we had a
downtown.
line up the street.
Right.
Police rolled up. Whoop whoop. What y'all doing?
Yep.
Hurry up. We packed it up, went to Belle Isle, broke it back out.
We were smoking
We
in
was
the van.
right.
We
Oh,
got
man.
smoke coming out the back of the van.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
But
we've
we
been
were
out
having fun.
Yeah,
doing
we
it.
love food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
I
love
do
food.
too. Food is like, it's a universal thing.
Right.
Everybody likes food.
Right.
It has no language barrier.
Right.
It has no racial barrier. It has no economic barrier.
Right.
Everybody loves food. And in every culture, we celebrate with food. In every culture. And so that is my motto is with She Cooks is feeding people while feeding people.
Right. Wow.
Because I'm a preacher, so I feed you a word, but I'm a cook, so I'm gonna feed you food. And if you understand how when Jesus did ministry, sometimes he had to feed him food first before he could give him the word.
Fish and the wine.
Had to give him the fish
The bread.
and the bread,
Amen.
and then show him something. Okay, let me show you what that just did,
Right.
and give him the word. So that's really my whole dichotomy.
Right.
Feeding people while feeding people, because people can chill
Right.
when they eat
Right. And receive that
and
word.
receive.
That's what we should do. We should feed them first.
We deal on this when we at the pot when they come to the hub.
Yeah.
I
See,
feel
we usually have our
Like, if
show
you come to the podcast and
at the
hug,
pool table and just
Yeah, I've seen the pool table.
Yeah.
I've seen the
the
pool
people, the
table.
guests eat before.
Yeah.
And I give them and I cook
See,
something.
they didn't invite me to eat. I'm
We're gonna
just
invite
put
you
that
back
out
when the
there.
show's over. The show's over. She's coming back.
Right.
I have a meal for you. Tell me how
And
it
we
is.
do it in
Because people don't cook for me. Y'all,
I'm gonna have a meal
bad.
for you.
I ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna have a
front.
meal for you.
He can cook.
Okay, that's
I
what
have
I'm
a
talking
meal.
That's
about.
why I want him to say he's a chef because he really is the
We're gonna
chef.
get the,
In the whole neighborhood eyes, he's the
He
chef.
said they was
But he
shot.
wanted
What you
accept
talking
it.
about?
He
We're
wanted
gonna
to
get the interns. We're gonna get what you want.
Okay,
We're gonna make it.
all
We're
right.
gonna enjoy that.
Right.
So I don't know how long we can keep you.
Y'all holding me hostage? No, I'm good. Y'all got a couple more questions?
I
I'm a
do.
preacher. I can talk all
I
day.
do. I got a question. Okay, let me see how it works. Because you're a minister.
Okay.
And we usually use bad words. So you're watching my mouth.
Well, I've been on Gordon Ramsay, so I learned a few more bad words.
Is Jeff cocky all the time, or is he cool off camera? Because it seems like as the show been going on, he been getting cockier and cockier and cockier. Is it? Or is that something?
Well, Jeff is a very confident individual.
Okay.
Jeff definitely buys his own sauce.
Right.
Let's just put it like that.
Right.
Jeff is a very confident individual.
Right.
And it can come off as arrogant, and he can come off as very cocky. But you know, sometimes you gotta trap Jeff and put him in his place.
Right.
Where is he from?
Jeff is from Tampa.
Oh, okay.
He's from Tampa. And
When him and Gordon went at it, and I was like,
I
went at it with Gordon?
He went at it with Gordon. He went at it with me.
How do you do that?
Know, how do you do that? Who does that?
again, you saved him that
I
night
said
again.
that was nothing but God.
Yes.
I tell you.
Because you was hot.
But you know, and then Jennifer and I had a tip in the kitchen too. So
You had to
you know,
take care of Jennifer first.
so you
You
know,
can wait.
Quick question.
Yeah. So you'll see more of Jeff develop next week and see. Yeah.
Okay.
See what
Did y'all
happens
cook
next
for
week.
each other in your downtown?
And in our downtime, no,
Okay.
we didn't. We
Did
didn't
y'all
really
even
cook
look
for
at
each other.
food?
We kind of chilled.
Right.
Like we kind of just like did laundry and did regular stuff.
How long did it
during
last?
downtime. Well, the show, like I said, it's a 20-episode show. Can't really talk about how long it lasted, but it's 20 episodes. It takes some time.
Oh, okay.
It takes some time to.
See, I'm crying. I didn't know I was crying.
Oh, that's okay. You know, I'm prepped, so I know.
Amen.
And I'm a preacher. I'm quick on my
Yes,
feet.
yes.
So I know my way around.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
ain't just calling you and get to you.
Right.
Right.
And go through
Oh,
some
there we
channels.
Oh
go.
man, but that was beautiful.
You
Can
love
we
to
talk
talk
about
about
that?
this experience.
Yeah. You
Yes,
said
we
that.
can speak on. I got to speak to a wonderful representative of the Master Chef show. I believe she's your publicist.
Yeah, yeah,
She was awesome.
yeah. Casey's cool people.
And you know, you say how you listen to God. I listen to God too. So I got an email that came through, shocked me. I was like, oh, it's Master Chef.
Oh my God, you can see.
No, really, it was. I was
I
like,
thought he got signed on to the
You got-
show. I
you
thought
got-
that was going to
like it was
I was
a
like,
call.
it's Master Chef. So email was like, hey, blah blah blah. We want to know about the show. We want to know about why you want to introduce why you want to interview her and all this. And I was like, okay. They was like, send us your response. The guy was like, no, just call. I was like, call? Because it was like numbers at the bottom. I was like, that's kind of creepy. I said, call. He was like, no, call. So I called. And it just rang. Then he was like, call the cell phone. I was like, that's private. That's like her cell phone number. He's like, call the cell phone. Call the cell phone. She answered. I was like, hi, this is Byron, and I got an email from you, and want to do the show, and she was like, well, tell me about it. And so, I'm always happy to talk about my show, so I got to talk about it. She was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
I was like, really? She was like,
Like, real?
yeah, she's
Oh,
like,
okay.
really? But yeah, and so thank her for us.
I will.
I'm really
definitely
appreciative of her, and I'm appreciative of you. Thank you for thank you for, first of all, running around the city to actually get this done.
Hey.
Thank you to Thrift on the Ave.
Yes, Thrift on the Ave.
4130 Cass Avenue. Hey guys, this stuff.
Hey, he called
Hey,
the
I ain't got no training for this
You
stuff, man. This is all off the cuff. But guys, you see it, it's love. Support this woman. She's part of the hub now. Anything that she's doing, we're gonna send it through. We sharing everything. We putting it out there because we appreciate you like that.
I appreciate you guys for
Yes.
even wanting to have me on. My brother is a
Yes.
friend of the
vet,
show.
Yes.
a vet of the hub.
Yes, he's part of the
We
family.
did 3 episodes.
Right.
3 of them. Did he do 3?
3 episodes. Remember
Wow.
when he got killed in one? Remember?
Right. Oh yeah.
I was killing him that day. I
Oh,
was like, what are
Lord,
you
yeah, we got
saying?
murdered.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neil.
That's my brother.
Williams.
Neil Painter.
Right.
Something new.
Something new painting, right? Yes, guys. You want it done new and right.
Right.
Called
Neil's the
something
guy.
new.
I work for him. I know what he does.
Yeah.
Brother does awesome.
Yeah, he
job.
tells the story he had to fight by him.
Oh man, hey. I ain't used to working for people. I've been doing my own thing for 18 years. So I got slow. I was like, I want to work with Neil. Neil was like, yeah, come on in. I worked with Neil maybe a good 3 weeks, and I went on home. Said, yeah, I ain't used to all that barking, man.
Yeah. He's a barker. He's a
He's
barker.
all that bark.
He's a
But
barker.
he was a great guy. He's
He's an
professional.
amazing dude, yeah.
He's clean. And I need to say he's professional again because
Yes.
the brother's very professional.
Very
And
professional.
he gets it done, man. It's like them lines. They on something new painting, guys. Holla at it.
Gotta holler.
Google it.
And Neil, just like Master Chef, Neil gets recognized more than I my dude.
Right.
For being on
He's
Master
very
Chef.
personal.
He can recognize people. Say, hey, you on Master Chef? He's like, well, my sister was on Master Chef.
Right.
I was
Right.
the crowd,
That boy do a commercial for you. When I seen it, I said, come on, he should be doing that for the podcast now. But we ain't gonna hold you, Sheiks. Thank you again. We love you. We
Did you just give her a nickname?
Yeah, I did.
That's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's what we do in the deep.
We ain't gonna hold you, but we really appreciate you.
Thank
You want to give the people your social media again?
Yes, Sheik Cooks, SHEIK, Cooks, COOKS. You can find out everything that I'm doing. That's awesome. That's on Facebook as well as Twitter, and on Instagram it's Yachecia. So check me out. Come to the watch party on
Watch
Wednesday.
party next Wednesday, guys.
See what's going on in the kitchen on Wednesday. What we got to do.
Podcast
What's
will
happening?
be there.
Actually, we've already put it out that it is a returning champion, the current reigning Master Chef champion is Sean. Sean's gonna be on there with us, so we can cook with Sean Wednesday. So come see what I do with my man Sean.
Right. Amen.
Check it out.
Well, much luck to you. I hope you win the show.
Thank you so
When
much.
you come back, bring the trophy or whatever it is.
Yes. Gotta do a follow up.
Right.
So awesome. Thank you again, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us. Share the show. Add your friends.
Wait,
We'll
stop.
represent you well.
They don't listen to you when you say that shit.
Yeah,
You guys
tell them
have
shit.
got to push this. We got to push the podcast, the No Name Podcast,
Right.
THA. So share it now, right there,
Right now.
Share it now,
Do
and
it
share
for
with your
her.
friends. Do it now. Do it for me. Share it now. And while you're sharing it, if you have any follow up questions, I'll answer some.
Right.
You can
Post
shoot me
all
some-
your questions,
Post your
guys.
questions, and I'll try to follow up and answer them. But share. We're better together. We're
Yes.
so much better together.
Awesome.
So let's. As they're helping me, I want to help them. Let's get it done. Come on, we
get
can
it
do
done.
it. Yes.
No Name Podcast.
Appreciate you.
We out.
I'll let you guys.
Thanks.
Peace.